Okay, the reason why I'm making this video is I can just see some options here and some possibilities. Just really also want to cover why SEO is quite useful. So we've got here a post that's reached 249 engagements and 6,000 people so far. I'm straight away looking at the title and I'm looking for the content and I'm thinking, okay, light and life. And light appears in the first line and also is highlighted by the hashtags there at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is, in this particular instance, I'm going to take these words here right down to the hashtags, because the hashtags all come in quite useful. Bear with me, wrong site. There we go. So we're going to set up a fresh post. And the first thing I'm going to do is decide on exactly what the key phrase is. A light for others, so that's what it could be. We have a title, so light for others there. Okay, so I'm going to just look at words here called categories. Light for others. It's going to be light, which is good. Let's just add it here as light. That's the key word, definitely the key word. People look for light. So we've already put that in position, and we're going to type in the word light there because it's not something I've used many times. That's the categories and the tags. Both help for the search for this particular phrase and will also appear within Google. Facebook doesn't always appear within Google. So yeah, it's reminding me that I need to publish. Okay, so that's been published, which is great. So it's now waiting for me to accept that. So here we have the actual post itself, and we're going to go into something called Elementor. This is the key bit, and you'll see the reasons why in a minute. So I'm opening the site up with Elementor, or I can do it from the post side actually. Either or, go into here, it'll load up. This is where it looks slightly different. Okay, so I will take the text editor as being the most useful tool in this instance. I'm adding that square, so you go to the adding and then you get the bit of space here. When you move up here, back here again, you can add the text editor straight in there. You got a bit of Latin up here, which is always interesting. We're now going to take these words. There's quite a good number of them, and that's really good, because the more numbers you get, the better it appears in what's called search engine optimization. Google finds it easier. Okay, so Steve's already highlighted as being the person behind it. The hashtags are automatically going to give it some position within the post. So we've got the image there, we've got the content there. We know, as usual, Steve's picked a brilliant video, image rather. So we're going to save that image. I'm going to add that image in a second. I will go through a little bit more here, and you will see exactly why we're doing it all as we go along. So we've got the word light there already in that first line. We've also got the word light there. I have to just add light to this keyword, and that jumps up to 63 out of 100, and this is for being found on Google, because it's identified light there, and light there. As we can see, it's 276 words, and ideally it wants 600. but that's kind of immaterial. So we've updated that. We now know we might get found, this post might get found on Google as well. I said a minute ago I'd update the image, and here we go, the updating of the image process. So we select the files to upload, in we go, wallop, and we will put the title here of light. All sounds rather complicated, but once you've actually done it a few times, it actually is relatively simple. So we've now got an image, we've got everything there, we know it's light, and if we go back a couple of stages, we will see there's light. Okay, so I'm now going to do the interesting bit. We know that light is the key word, and there you have the I am the light of the world. Light for others immediately comes up, which is interesting for two reasons. One is I know why the image isn't there. I'm going to go into edit post to actually change that. That's a bit extra on top, I know. What I haven't done is added this feature here, that image to there. We've already got the word light in what's called alt text, and update it. And we can view the post. Most importantly though, we can put the word light in, and there it is, your image, your story. Like lots of others, we've already got a whole bunch of categories, and some of them are going to be really good, and some of them, well, yeah, you've got even disappointment. We have a word on it. What about God? Let's see, come into it. Let's see if we can get God on our system here. There we go. He's obviously featured there as well. So we've got lots of different categories potentially that will turn up different words, and they will, as time goes on, provide information on what we're looking for, different categories, etc. Right, this is developing. We've only been running it for a few days. If you look at New Vision, you've also got the word promise and all the promises appearing on that. So hopefully that's going to be of some interest, some help. Rerun this video a few times. I've covered it very, very quickly. You can slow everything down on YouTube now, and you should be getting this as a YouTube clip.